81 श्री जी लक्ष्मी नारायण।
थैंक यू स्पीकर जी।
माननीय मंत्री जी।
सर, क्वेश्चन नंबर 81, the details of the total number of centers of excellence for skill development established
सभापति जी, प्रश्न का उत्तर सभा पटल पे
sectors they focus on. The details of the number of COEs operational in coach each state district wise. The details of the number of beneficiaries trained by the COEs in each state, including the details of placements of employees outcomes. The details of the financial outlay for establishing and maintaining these COEs along with the funding pattern followed for their operation, whether government funded, public, private partnership, etc. Whether there are any proposals to expand or establish additional COEs in the future across the country, especially in Andhra Pradesh, sir. And if so, the details thereof, and if not, the regions thereof. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I congratulate the Member of Parliament on asking me a very pertinent question. Andhra Pradesh government has taken substantial steps and given a lot of credence and recognition to the space of skilling. I'd like to inform the House and the Honourable Member that the entire system of giving national recognition to centres of excellence is designed to bring more visibility to impactful, credible institutions. We are providing a national recognition to these institutions. The Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship issued guidelines with this regard in 2019. A total of 6 COEs have been recognized, given that status by the ministry. But apart from this, a total of 202 centers of excellence have been established with the help of our sector skill councils. The 36 sector skill councils, as you know, are the principal bodies where we involve industry. In fact, these organizations are led by industry and they work in coordination under the ministry as well. Sir, out of the 202, because the Honorable MP asked me about Andhra Pradesh, a total of 8 centers of excellence have been established in Andhra Pradesh. Thank you.
Supplementary.
Sir, my constituency Anantapur receives sunlight all around the year, sir, and it is home to 2 major solar parks contributing 62% to the state's renewable energy capacity, sir. A world-class energy university is also proposed to be established in Anantapur, owing to the region's immense renewable energy potential. Under the visionary leadership of Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, Andhra Pradesh has recently introduced the AP Integrated Clean Energy Policy 2024, sir, targeting the generation of 78.5 gigawatts of solar and 35 gigawatts of wind power over the next 5 years, sir. Given Anantapur's prominent role in renewable energy and its potential to drive the state ambitious targets, sir, I would like to ask the minister, is there any plan to establish a center of excellence for skill development and R&D in renewable energy in Anantapur to create a green workforce and strengthen the clean energy system, sir? Thank you.
I thank the Honourable Member. It is true that Andhra Pradesh is a leader in the space of technologies with regards to green jobs. The Honourable MPs asked me specifically about the green job sector. I'd like to inform him that out of the 36 sector councils, one of our councils relates specifically to the space of green jobs. And there is a lot of potential. For instance, the PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli scheme is targeting 1 lakh jobs. Our ministry is working in coordination with the ministry and the scheme. Under PMKVY 4, we are targeting to create a large number of jobs under this scheme. The Green Hydrogen Mission targets 6 lakh jobs in the value chain, and 50,000 OJT training is also targeted by the mission. Likewise, our ministry is working in consonance with that scheme as well. Sir, our Green Sector Council has trained 5,82,579 candidates in the space of solar energy, waste management, wind energy, green hydrogen, small hydro, and other green jobs. The Honourable MP is asked specifically with regards to setting up a centre of excellence in the state of Andhra Pradesh. I would recommend that the Honourable MP can work with the state government, can identify credible institutions that are active active in that space and can recommend the same to my ministry, we will follow due process.
माननीय सदस्यगणों, प्रश्नकाल आपका समय है। मैं आग्रह करता हूं कि प्रश्नकाल को आप चलने दें। कृपया अपनी अपनी सीट पर विराजें। सदन की कार्रवाई आज 12 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है।
Sloganeering in the Parliament and Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha resumed, and the proceedings were going on. And the Congress sources stated that Rahul's focus is on EVMs and crony capitalism, and we're seeing that winter sessions there was ruckus and sloganeering in Lok Sabha.
On the table of the House, the paper mentioning is my name at serial number 21 of today's list of business.
Susri Sobha Karand Lache.
Chairman, sir, I rise to lay the papers on the table of the House mentioned against my name at serial number 2 in today's list of business.
Sri Satish Chandra Dubey.
माननीय सभापति जी, आपकी अनुमति से मैं आज की कार्यावली में मेरे नाम के सामने कर्म संख्या 4 पर उल्लिखित कागजातों को सभा पटल पर रखता हूं।
Sri Suresh Gopi.
Sir, with your permission, I rise to lay the papers on the table of the House listed against my name at serial number 3 in today's list of business.
Sri Sanjay Seth.
Well, Chairman, sir, with your kind permission, I rise to lay on the table of the House a copy of each of the papers mentioned against my name at serial number 5 in today's list of business.
Sri Tokan Sahu.
माननीय सभापति महोदय, आपकी अनुमति से मैं आज की कार्यसूची में क्रम संख्या 6 पर मेरे नाम के समक्ष सूचीबद्ध कागजों की एक प्रति हिंदी व अंग्रेजी सभा पटल पर रखता हूं।
Sri George Kurian.
Honorable Chairman, sir, with your permission, I rise to lay the papers on the table of the House as mentioned against my name, serial number 7, in the revised list of business for today.
Sri Pankaj Chaudhary.
सभापति महोदय, मैं अपने वरिष्ठ सहयोगी श्रीमती निर्मला सीतारमण जी की ओर से सभा पटल पर निम्नलिखित अधिसूचना संख्या 29/2024 केंद्रीय उत्पाद शुल्क और 30/2024 केंद्रीय उत्पाद शुल्क हिंदी और अंग्रेजी संस्करण दिनांक 2 दिसंबर 2024 की प्रति प्रस्तुत करता हूं, जो भारत के राजपत्र में प्रकाशित की जाएगी व्याख्यात्मक ज्ञापन के साथ, जिसके द्वारा कच्चे पेट्रोलियम उत्पाद और एविएशन टरबाइन फ्यूल ATF के निर्यात पर विशेष अतिरिक्त उत्पाद शुल्क को हटाने, मोटर स्पिरिट जैसे जिसे सामान्यतः पेट्रोल कहा जाता है और हाई स्पीड डीजल ऑयल के निर्यात पर विशेष अतिरिक्त उत्पाद शुल्क और रोड और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर सेस को हटाया जा रहा है। उपरोक्त अधिसूचना तत्काल प्रभाव से प्रभावी है।
Reports of the Department-related Parliamentary Standing Committee on Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Srimati Ranjit Ranjan.
Sir, I rise to lay a copy each of the first, second, and third and fourth reports in English and Hindi of the Standing Committee on the Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution as listed against my name is today's list of business. Thank you.
I have to inform members that a communication has been received from Dr. Medha Vishram Kulkarni, member stating that she is unable to attend the sittings of the current 266 session of Rajya Sabha from 27th November to 20th December 2024 due to personal reasons. Does she have the permission of the House for remaining absent from 27th November to 20th December 2024 during the current 266th session of the Rajya Sabha? Permission to remain absent is granted. Honorable members, I have received 20 notices under Rule 267. Honorable members, the notices of Shri Pramod Tiwari, Srimati Rajni Ashok Rao Patil, Srimati Phulo Devi Netam, Shri Anil Kumar Yadav Mandadi, Dr. Syed Nasir Hussain, Shri Akhilesh Prasad Singh, Shri Vaiko, and Srimati J.B. Mathia Risam have demanded discussion on the allegation of corruption and wrongdoings against Adani Group. The notices of Sri Ramji Lal Suman, Sri Javed Ali Khan, Sri Neeraj Dangi, and Sri A.A. Rahim have demanded discussion over recent violence and law and order situation in Sambhal, Uttar Pradesh. The notices of Sri Ajit Kumar Bhuyan and Sri Tiruchi Shiva have demanded discussion over law and order situation in the state of Manipur. The notices of Sri Anil Kumar Yadav Mandadi, Sri Neeraj Dangi, Sri Imran Pratap Gadi have sought discussion on the recent controversy regarding Ajmer Sharif Dargah in Rajasthan. Sri Sanjay Singh has demanded discussion over increase in crimes in Delhi. Sri Raghav Chadha has sought discussion over the atrocities of Hindus in Bangladesh and arrest of an ISKCON priest, and Dr. V. Sivadasan has sought discussion on need for a special package to address the plight of people of Wayanad. Honorable members may recall that the issue has been advocated by me on several occasions and at great length as regards operational areas of Rule 267. This was done first on 8th December 2022 and done elaborately later on 19th December 2022. The reiteration has taken place on a number of occasions. Having bestowed attention on these notices, I find they do not call for admittance at my end, and so are not acceded to. Honorable, one second, let me, I'm still saying. Honorable members, you all are undoubtedly cognizant of Murphy's laws